Stop! Police!
Oh, shit.
We have a 600 in progress for most of each. Subject is 25 and appears to have shit his pants.
Get back here!
Hey, what's up? This is Community Service with Craig Conant. That's me. We rolling?
Model cat.
Yes. Hey, how are you? This is Brittany Schmitt.
Hi.
Wait, do you have a new last name?
I mean, legally I do, but it doesn't. It's not great.
You know what I was just thinking? I just went pee-pee and I ripped a big fart.
Yeah, I heard it.
You did?
Yeah, of course.
It's a small apartment.
Yeah.
But isn't it the worst when you just pee, but you rip a stinker, and then whoever follows you into the bathroom thinks that you shit? You're like, no, just a fart.
No, there's a distinct difference between a shit smell and a fart. A
Not my
is-
fart.
I think a fart is a passerby and a shit is like, I'm here to stay for a minute.
My insides are rotten.
Yeah, well.
I sprayed my car with air freshener because I said the tree smelled like shit, but really I farted in my car earlier today, and it lingered.
Stuck.
It lingered.
Well, you could get away with just old car smell.
Yeah, it's a Camry.
lived
You know
it.
those Toyotas. The Japanese soak the seats in poop.
Oh, God.
This is how my podcast rolls. I hope
Oh,
you're
yeah, I
okay
know.
with that. You know, you've seen my act.
Yeah.
What do you want from me? Do you want political humor? Fuck Trump. Hong Kong. I'm silly right now. I'll explain to the podcast people, even though they have no way of knowing this. I lent the Zoom out, Christopher Lund Zoom, and he gets here to set up the podcast, and he's like, "Where's the Zoom?" And I'm like, "Oh," and I had to go get it. So we're half hour behind because I'm an idiot. Anyways, I love you.
I love you.
You're
Thanks for having
fantastic.
me.
Thanks for doing it. We just did Brea together. You were the witness. That was probably the coolest night of my career thus far. That was on my own, you know?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
I mean, you murdered.
Oh, thank you.
That was such a great crowd and such a good vibe. Like, top to bottom, such a good show.
They were a good audience.
Yeah.
My audience is chill, man. They like drugs and farts and poops.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Yeah, that was fucking fantastic. Maurice is autistic, I'm pretty sure.
Maurice, isn't it?
Maurice. Yeah, I call him all my
Maurice,
friends
but that's
the wrong name.
Yeah.
Yeah. I called him the wrong name for 9 years, 8 years.
Something like that.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
long time. I said Lundgren. It's Lund.
Yeah, well,
I added the grin.
why?
I don't know. Dolph Lundgren, maybe. I don't know.
Huh, okay, well,
I fuck shit up a lot.
yeah.
I could have corrected you.
You never did.
No.
You never did. And it's stuck. Now I still go. It's burned into the old memory banks.
Yeah.
Banks. I have dyslexia for sure. I can't even say the fucking
You just
word.
said dyslexia. I have dyslexia.
I have. What would dyslexia be? Your
Well,
dick is the shape of an X? No.
It's like backwards are all
yeah.
jumbled up.
Your balls are at the end, at the tip. Your tip is at the back.
It's just yeah. Anyways, I don't know where to go now.
I brought you a hoe bag.
You did. Everybody go buy her hoe to go bag
Hoe
on
to go.
Shopify.
You have to give it to one of your hoes.
Okay.
There's so much stuff in it. It's amazing. It's like, you know when you bring a hoe home and they're in like a club dress or whatever and heels? Have you ever done that?
Never in my life. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's flip-flops, a t-shirt, leggings, sunglasses, jewelry pouch, tote, makeup remover, deodorant wipe, toothbrush, toothpaste, hair tie, headache relief.
How
lip balm.
didn't these
Wow.
take off?
I don't know. Well, they still might.
Bastards. They might.
Yeah.
You never know. It's true.
You never know.
It's true. Speaking of buying
you
too
have to
much
go to-
merch, I was telling her my sob story over the fart shirt, how I thought, oh, these are going to be the cat's meow.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
in the world's going to
Yeah.
want a fart shirt.
Yeah.
Turns out, not so much.
Well,
Not so much. They're going. Don't they?
yeah,
they're
they'll
picking
go.
up.
Yeah, they'll pick up. That's the thing. I think expectation is the root of all disappointment there, right?
Yeah.
You think you're like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
a genius
Oh,
and this is a
sell
great
out.
idea. Well, I
It's-
was like, could have used 100 of these, so I'm for sure everyone's going to want them, but I think the culture changed right under me. Like,
Yeah.
people aren't really hoeing like that anymore.
They're
And I'm like, oh, okay. We're like woke feminists and not calling each
Everybody's
other a
hoeing.
hoe. Everyone's hoeing.
Oh yeah, the whole yeah,
The hoe to go name.
the whole get it.
Yeah,
It's
whatever.
Christmas. Ho ho ho.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho ho ho. That's what it means. That's
Yeah.
all. Yeah, so I truly thought the expectation. I was like, oh my god,
Yeah, I'm going to be
I
rich.
spent like 2 G's on merch, and I was like, Black Friday's coming. up.
Yeah, yeah,
It'll be
yeah.
a big
That's
day.
not really a thing.
That's not. That's
No.
not. That's for Best Buy.
Yeah.
That's not for fart shirts off a comedian's website. I fucked up.
It's all right. You'll recoup.
I know they'll go. It's just I like, my
Yeah,
brain.
yeah.
I was
Oh,
like, 2
they're
weeks
sold.
tops.
Yeah.
That's all.
same.
I'll have all this extra money for Christmas.
Yeah, yeah.
I won't be in the hole.
Now you're in the red for Christmas.
Now I'm in the hole with the whole bag over here.
It's all right. You can give it away as a gift
Okay.
to one of your
That
people.
is so clever and cute. I do love it.
Thanks. Yeah.
They will take off.
Yeah, they will.
You'll just
Not
grow
worried
in
about
comedy and then you'll tweet it out and then stoof.
Yeah.
That's a good noise. I like that. Stoof. It's stoof. Yep,
Anyway,
that's it.
that's all.
This is why I have guests. Otherwise, it'd be very quiet. This is the guest-driven podcast.
Okay. Well, ask me a question.
We're both addicted to yerba mates. She's a sober Sally too. What you got?
Yeah.
2 years?
Well, it's tricky. I have a year and 4 months off everything, but 2 years off alcohol as of like 3 days ago.
You did
Because I
because
quit
of the
booze first,
marijuana.
and then I was smoking and like microdosing shrooms for like 8 months, and then I cut everything off.
Smoking like a chimney or smoking just a little bit here and there?
Smoking a lot.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
don't count then.
Yeah.
See, I'm 100% sober, but as you know, I do love marijuana, and it was with me for half my life.
Yeah.
Or more.
Yeah.
Jesus, it's the best. Anyways, if you're smoking like Bob Marley and you're not Bob Marley,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't do
then
that.
you're also not sober. I had a friend tell me that. She's like, "Are you
Yeah.
smoking?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "A lot?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "You're not sober." And I was like,
Yeah. It's different if
Rude.
it is yeah. She's right though.
No,
I
I know
agree.
she is, and now I am fully sober, but
Like
it's a nightmare.
the hardcore people in the program and shit, like they think maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong, I don't know, but they think you take one hit. It's a plant, it's a flower, it grows on this earth, nobody's ever overdosed on it. Now with that being said, funny things are happening with vapes and this
Yeah.
and that, so if it's grown naturally
Yeah.
and this and that, sun and soil, why not a little here and there? But if you're an addict and it'll stop you from doing anything, then no, don't
Yeah.
do it. Don't do
Yeah.
it. Don't do it. Pick up 6 yerba mates and
Yeah, just get jacked.
and fart in the bathroom. Ah, you hear that?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, it was keeping me
Yeah.
from being productive. I
yeah.
was just like stoned, and like I got so stoned I was flipping my words around. I'm like, if
I
I'm gonna
do that all naturally.
I know, but
I wrote ho to OG and it's ho to go.
but Hoda OG would actually not be
Maybe
bad.
that's your problem.
OG.
There it is.
Hoda OG. Yeah, I was like, if I'm gonna be flipping my words around, I'd want to be drunk. So then I was just like, let's just stop
Yeah.
and see what happens. And then
I've been messing
That
up
was
on
a
my
nightmare.
words for about a decade
I know,
now.
but that's your brand. It's
not.
not mine.
I wish it wasn't. I guess it's funny, but most of the time I just literally go, God damn it. Oh, I'm trying to talk.
Yeah, but if you're dyslexic and perma-fried, then
It's a cold cut combo. It's a recipe for
Yeah.
success
Yeah.
in stand up
Yeah,
and nothing else. and gardening.
yeah, you had
Because
your
the
work cut
flower
out for
won't
you.
judge you.
Well, you can't garden because you kill your plants.
Don't tell them. Oh. All right, we'll talk about that. Oh my God. As you know, I love gardening. Who doesn't? If you don't, you're a Hitler, okay? You're a fucking Trumper. But I always kill the plants you're not supposed to water that much. Because
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah, and water feels like love, but
I
it's
water
not
them too much.
for desert plants.
And they always do the same thing. We talked about it, but they go like this, toot, and they just fall over, and you're just like, oh no,
Yeah.
not Mr. Snake Plant. Everything is just Mr. Snake Plant. I mean, Mr. Name.
You watered it to death.
Mr. Cat. Yeah, that guy fell over and broke my heart. Oh, he was a healthy snake plant. I was. I don't
okay.
like
You're gonna bounce
murder.
back.
I know. I'll just get another one. I'll get a tree. I'll put a little Christmas tree there. I got 2 in my car. They smell like shit.
Your
They
fart
smell
trees.
like shit. Yeah. So if you're new to plants, get the once a week waterers because that's easy to remember. If it's like every 3rd week, you forget, and then you just keep water. Like, I don't know. It felt like a month ago, and it was yesterday.
Yeah.
And then they fall over.
I think the good trick with the plants that require just a little bit of water, like once a week, is you just put an ice cube in there.
Ice cubes?
Just 1 ice cube.
I don't have a freezer. No, I do.
Yes, you do.
I do.
You just put 1 ice cube in, and that's the amount of water it needs, and then you can walk away.
Okay. Yeah, it's like I got a little pitcher. Feels
Yeah, but
nice
that's probably
though.
why you're overwatering it.
Glue,
'Cause
glue,
you're
glue,
living
glue,
in a
glue.
movie. Just like, this looks nice. Oh, you're dead.
Your pot's a quart. Looks like you need a gallon of water. Why is my floor all wet? Why is there mud everywhere? Mr. Cat.
Oh my goodness.
Mr. Cat has gotten smarter. He sometimes I get lazy in the morning. He always mouths at the door to let him out. Let him out. And he's like stretched out and started whacking the doorknob with his
Oh
paw.
God.
I heard a new noise. that
Mr.
was
Cat
like-
is
yeah.
gonna escape.
I was like, what the fuck? And then I just see him going ta 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 ta. I was like, damn, dude.
I feel like all cats want in life is to not be inside.
No, but he's a free spirit. I let him in and out. I don't let him out at night. I let him out in the morning when it's calm. Mr. Cat,
Mr. Cat.
Mr. Cat. I've never ever given him a bath at all.
That's okay. Cats bathe themselves, I think.
What perfect timing that was. They bathe themselves is what everybody says. He
Yeah.
said it once. That's all I needed to hear.
Yeah.
I don't need to wash them. Maybe I have been washing my bed a bit more.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what do you got, cat?
Yeah, I had barn cats growing up, and they always took care of themselves. He does think my slippers are
Yeah,
his relatives.
Mhm.
It's like, that's mine.
She's got fancy slippers. JL Beans.
LL Beans.
LL Beans. And there, J Crew.
Yeah.
Why am I yelling? Why am I shouting at you? You're 6 inches away. I don't know. Well, okay. Questions.
Yeah.
Sober, a year and 4 months. Fantastic. Microdosing mushrooms. If I'm all for it, is better than Prozac. People take antipsychotic pills and Prozac and lithium and then claim they're sober. But
Yeah.
if you're taking a whole that's not microdosing.
Yeah, no.
there, bud.
I was taking just tiny amounts because I had a really bad experience with mushrooms in college. I was like, I started selling mushrooms because I could, and then
Me too.
and then I took too many,
Oh yeah, that'll get
and
you.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh yes.
And I lost my hearing for like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And I was with a bunch of friends, and I was writing on a notepad. I'm like, is there noise happening right now? And my friend, there's one sober person in the room, and she's like, yeah. I was like, turn the TV up. And so she turned it, and I couldn't hear anything. And I was like, all right, I'm going to make a deal with the fucking
Would
devil.
you eat a quarter?
I don't even remember. I
That'll-
don't even think I measured it. I was just
That's a good
not
time.
stopping.
That's a good time.
Yeah.
Don't forget to get your hoe to go bags. If you can't hear, grab the hoe to go.
Yeah.
Hold
So then
on.
I just made a deal with the devil. I was like, I'll never do them again. And then I didn't really start doing them again until I quit drinking. And then I was just microdosing just to feel something.
Yeah, no,
And
but
it's
like
great,
I've
but-
listened to so many talks on it. Not so many, maybe like 2 or 3. Like a Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And one of the
And Joe Rogan.
what's that shroom guy? He was on Rogan.
Paul Stamets.
Not him, but the other guy. His brother was the big
Dennis
psychedelic.
McKenna.
Yeah, McKenna. That other dude. And then there was a NPR and a TED Talk, and I don't remember any of it. But, dude, it just stimulates your happy fluids in a minute fashion, as opposed to taking some chemical fucking pharmaceutical. So if you can take it in small amounts, I'm down for it. If you're going to eat an eighth a day and find God every day, probably that sounds cool too. But
I'll fuck you up.
no, but when you take too much, there's truly not a worse feeling on this earth.
Yeah, it's bad.
I've done that.
It's very like point of no return. Like, this is my life now. So it's scary. But yeah, I stopped, and I'm excited for it to get to the place with like shrooms and MDMA where we're at right now with weed, where it's like they have doses and they can tell you exactly what's going to happen. And you know what I mean? Like, you're more in control. Like, it's not just like me in a kitchen, like cutting up mushrooms and guessing what's going to happen.
That's the shit. I love that. That is the best. Like, little 0.01 MDMA.
Yeah.
You don't want to kill yourself anymore.
Right.
You know? 2 grams. You're going to be licking cat's butthole over there. You know, don't do that. Don't do that. That was gross. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, you'll stay indoors for 8 hours and rub lotion all over your body. And that's your night.
But you don't want to die.
Yeah. Just, you know.
Yeah.
Shit can be done right. Just.
Yeah.
Them addicts, man.
Yeah, but I also, like, for me, it's a non-starter right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm just an addict.
That's just. Once you stack some time, you know, you just become a different human being. In like 5 years, you'll be like, oh, yeah, I can handle that now.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? But in the beginning, it's just a wet and slippery slope.
Yeah.
I advise people to stack some time of sobriety first.
Look at Mr. Cat. Oh, he was just staring at me from under the bed.
Oh, I see him. So cute.
He's so cute. Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, that point of no return. I got a joke out of it, as all my jokes come from 99% truth. But I don't know if it was 5 days in a row, but it was at least 4. And I remember being on shrooms, tripping balls, and then doing the math, going Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I literally went, oh no, like I did it this many days in a row.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that can't be good.
Right.
And then I just went down the rabbit hole, and I started calling people. I started calling my friends, my mom, my girl at that time, and like, hey, I'm done. That's the whole joke. Like, I did too much.
Oh yeah.
I'm gone.
Yeah,
like I'm perma-fried now.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I'm retarded now. And they all went, I know. It's like, oh. Yeah, because I just started calling people and telling them, like, I did it, man. I'm gone. And my friends I was with, like, stop calling me. Don't have a phone if you're on hallucinogens.
Right.
Rule number 1.
Right.
Get a nice rock, a nice knife, go to the woods. A little water never hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Make sure you got the knife.
What's the knife for?
I just love them.
Oh.
I got one right here. You want to play with it? They're just sexy.
Is this for defense or fruit?
Fruit mainly, but sure, self-defense. You're holding that, not in a
Here, you
confident
take it.
manner. It scared me. She's like, what if I hold it up here and drop it on your leg? Ow! They're just fucking dope, you know?
Yeah.
Benchmade bug out. They do not sponsor me, but it would be nice, Benchmade. It would be nice. I just like tools.
What other tools do you like? That's not really a tool.
It is a very
It's a
you
weapon.
could cut ribbon. You could cut twine.
Well, you could do that with scissors. If you could do it, that scissors
No, it's
is a
not as
tool. That's a
satisfying.
weapon.
No, that's a tool. You cut steak, deer. I don't
With
hunt or cut reindeer.
I feel like you're wrong. Isn't it too short of a knife?
No. It's for hunting on the trail. It's for trail mix.
Hunting in the canyons.
It's wild out there. There's 2 squirrels. You can see them. I seen a lizard once. It's terrifying. It's about this big. He's 4 inches long. I was scared for my life. What were we talking? Oh, too much. Oh, yeah. And then one time I must have ate like 6 grams, near a quarter.
Yeah.
You should never eat over an eighth. You
No.
start off at about a half eighth. That's
Yeah.
safe. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
safe trip. 2 grams
That's
max.
great. You get to an eighth, you're good. And if you feel like it's not working, then you're done. Like,
Yeah.
just like.
And that's I told the story before, but I was at a park with my buddies. My buddy actually commented it on my Facebook recently and brought it back. And I was just looking at the sky and just seeing a war zone of God knows, just literally like
Yeah.
they could literally see me seeing shit, and I was like, ah. And then this poor family just walking by, like it had all the kids. It was like a mom, a dad, and one this big, this big, this big.
What time of day?
Like 2 p.m. I was,
yeah.
you know, I was a druggie. Who
Real
cares?
dirtbag
It was
hour
broad
to me.
daylight.
Just,
It was like 1
Yeah.
p.m. on a Sunday, and I
Yeah.
literally just exorcist projectile vomited in front of them. They're like, ah. And I literally was just like,
Gross.
I'm sorry. Like, I couldn't move. I couldn't get up. And all my buddies were like, I'm fucking out of here. And they just ran and they left me. I couldn't move. Just a vegetable. Oh, that was not fun. Anyways, don't do too much. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Un poquito. Poquito más. That's the problem. Just a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because I
One
always,
more.
with anything, like,
One
2
more.
ibuprofen, I'll take 4, 5, make sure it works. How
Oh,
you
that's
doing
so
down there,
bad for your liver.
How you doing, Spotty? Mr. Spotty? Mr. Spots is what I call him. Norco's
It's also really
Vicodin.
bad for your kidneys, I think.
Yeah, maybe that's my...
Should maybe stop doing that.
Why my
immediately.
urethra closed up. Maybe that's why I spray pissed for a few years. What are you gonna do? I'm not gonna live like a bitch, you know? I gotta. Just kidding. Don't do that. Don't do what I did. It was always my personality. I've done it always with everything. Just like, ooh, I'm thirsty. I'll drink 1 glass of Kool-Aid. Oh no, let's have 6. And then I'm like, oh, too much sugar. Since I was a kid, man. Also, who lets their kid make the Kool-Aid? You know how much sugar I was fucking putting on all that? Side note, hand pour. Who needs a measuring cup?
I don't think I had Kool-Aid growing up.
Yeah, it's a Mexican thing. It's a
We had
ethnic
Crystal
thing.
Light, though. I think that's kind
Yeah,
of the
that's
same.
white trash.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a
yeah.
white thing.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid is for African American and Hispanic cultures.
I mean,
And
I've definitely had it. It's
Crystal
not like I've
Light,
never had
Tang.
it.
That's
Yeah,
your
yeah,
white people
yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah, no, it was Crystal Light.
Get your Tang out of here with that vitamin C. Ours takes away the bone marrow. Oh man, that unhealthy bullshit. Sunny Delight, Tampico.
Yeah, Sunny Delight is like if a computer tried to make orange juice. It's like the worst.
It's fucking delicious.
It's so gross.
I was such a disgusting kid and nobody watched me. I would mix Sunny Delight with Coca-Cola and just get this like purpley brown mix. And I loved it. I fucking loved it. It was my go-to.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Gross. My
No
trashy
wonder.
ex-stepmom used to drink Coke with Merlot.
I know. I just made you did that to me, but that's gross. Mine
Yeah.
at least tastes good.
I mean, at least hers gets her fucked up.
I used to,
Ruined her marriage.
yeah, bad for the marriage, but
for the
good for
marriage.
your state of mind.
Yeah.
I used to mix vodka and wine, not like often, but there was several times where I was just like that's what I had, and I was like, oh fuck it. See, I don't want to drink the vodka straight,
But
I
you could
was
just
like,
water it down or get a lime.
Do you think I'm mixing vodka and wine that I have a lime? Do you think there's any? You think there's any fresh
you're
produce
in Los
in that household
Angeles, right?
at that time?
You can walk outside.
Yeah, I probably could find one.
Yeah. Yeah.
We when we were going to pick up the Zoom, the one thing I did want to talk about again is daylight savings.
Yeah, it's a bitch.
And I said in the car, why? Like daylight savings happens, and then you tell yourself, you're like, why am I so sad? Like, what did you do to me, daylight? Can we switch that? Can we just have more sun? Fuck the farmers.
That was on the bill last time we voted.
We passed it, right?
Yeah, we passed to get rid of it, and then I think it just takes time.
But That was a good pun. Why does it take time? Just do it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
But right now is without it. So if we got rid of it, we just won't like fall or spring forward next year.
Nothing would change, right?
Well, so yeah, so it would actually in the summer it would get dark sooner because right now we add an hour to the summertime.
Can we just always have it sunny?
So that was Florida wants to do it the other way where they keep daylight savings time year round.
Yes, that one.
Then we could possibly get there, but there's a whole lot of like federal regulation that has to
the egg would suck my podcast dick. Oh boy, they're shutting me down. FCC. Just bleep out the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
And
it feels like it shouldn't be that big of a deal, and we should just be able to vote and switch it.
Yes.
I don't understand why anyone's
Yes.
involved.
I like the sun.
But I mean, there's still only as much sunshine as there is. The timing doesn't really.
Yeah, just
change
make it
that.
convenient for us. I was about to say I like the sun even though I have blackout curtains. Stay out, sun. Love the sun. Love the sun.
Gotta have blackout curtains.
You got to.
Yeah.
Although Mr. Cat's my new alarm clock. He's been fucking it up every morning.
Cat looks
I can't
crazy
sleep
right
in
now.
anymore. This guy gets me up at 5 or
Is he
6
new?
a.m.
Is he a new addition?
Oh, yeah. How many months now, Chris? 4, 5, 6?
6 at least,
6?
maybe more.
Jesus.
Oh, he's so
Been a
cute.
while.
Did you get him as a kitten or did you get him?
He knocked on my door. I stole him from down the street. No, they gave him to me. He knocked on my door and I let him in and then I took him back. He had a chip and then I said, give me your cat. And they did. And there he is.
Huh.
And I love him.
Oh yeah, he's great.
But
he's a
he's
handsome cat.
Speaking of hoe to go, he's a little hoe to go. He's been meowing at other doorsteps.
Oh,
I was like, hey, fool, you're fucking mine now, bro.
maybe he's bored with you.
No. I better play with him more.
Yeah,
Get over
he's
here,
got a
cat.
lot of toys.
I got the molly. It's party time.
We're microdosing over here.
Yeah, that was a gross callback. What else? You still doing your show? Oh, on the west side?
No,
It's too hard.
running a show is hard, but the neighbors complained and noise complaints got it shut down.
Yeah, if you run a show, just do it like Stacia at the Comic Store. Her
Yeah.
ride or die. Just do that because it gets when it's at a club, it's just kind of built-in audience, and you can get spillover from the other rooms. I'm producing 2 shows for this, helping my buddy launch his app, and it is awful producing.
Yeah, producing is a pain in the ass,
It's
especially when
oh,
you
it's
want to get up
stress.
and go. Like,
like-
you don't want to have all the other stress of like, is the fucking toilet clogged, or like, is, you know what I mean? Like, just
Yeah,
all
like,
the things that
Is
happen
there
at a
butts
show.
and seat? And then I was
Yeah.
hosting it too. It's like I'm hosting,
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
promoting, making flyers. I just want to tell my fart jokes. Get your shirts at craigcodenstore.com. How to go.
Oh my goodness.
100% cotton.
It's a good shirt.
It's very nice.
It's very nice.
Very nice.
All right. What's your
Okay.
next question?
I don't know. How are you? It's Hoda OG and daylight saving. That's all the notes.
That's
have.
all you wrote down?
Yeah. You got anything
What else
else?
do you talk about? Going to jail and shitting?
Oh yeah, you've been to jail. Let's
I
tell
have
that story.
been to jail.
She's been to jail, but she went to Beverly Hills jail.
But it was still jail.
It is, but you got let out. She's got a whole story. One of the horrible things about jail or prison is the fact that
Have you been to prison?
No,
Oh.
I get bailed out. I'm just saying I've never been in prison. I'm not claiming that. But
Yeah.
the worst thing is like you can't leave. But you
Yeah.
got to leave. She got
Okay.
to leave. Like you're just stuck. You're just like, fuck, hope my mom bails me out again. She always did. Thank you, mama.
That's nice of her. Yeah, I got a DUI in Arizona. Have you ever been?
To Arizona?
Yeah.
No.
It's
I mean,
terrible.
yes. A bunch.
Yeah? Was it yes or no? Have you? I don't know.
Yeah, I've done
What to
shows
believe.
out there.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
A bunch. I forgot
Yeah.
about that. I
It's just
forgot.
like dry and
You go first, but don't let me
Racist.
forget to tell the bus stop story in Arizona. Have I told that one?
No.
Oh, Jesus. You first. Ladies first.
Okay, so I was out with a friend. Basically, it was my first year in LA.
There's a fly heckling us.
And I was broke and I didn't have enough money to go back to Wisconsin. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to go visit my friend in Arizona because she lived out there for Christmas for like the holidays. And so I was going to Arizona. I was flying and I got so drunk at the airport by myself that I missed my flight.
Oh, no.
Which would have
I'm glad you're sober.
Which would have been the moment where I should have been like, sign from the universe, don't go to Arizona.
Yeah.
But then I doubled down and bought a flight that was probably just as expensive as going back to Wisconsin would have been.
Oh,
I was
my
like,
God.
no, I'm here and I'm drunk. So I'm like, I'll dig myself into debt now going to Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
So I get to Arizona on the next flight and I was just all day like drinking. I started at 10 a.m., missed that flight, drank till noon, got on the flight, drank on the plane, landed. We went out. We went and got like margaritas. It was like 5 p.m. or something like that. And then we went to a second bar and the girl that I was visiting was with a colleague. And at the time she was doing like door-to-door sales. So she needed her car for work. And her colleague was like, you have to stop driving. Like the DUI laws are so crazy here. And I was like, I'll drive. And she's like, okay. I mean, as long as Paige doesn't like get fucked, you're fine. And so I was like, I'm like a professional drunk driver.
That's what all drunk drivers think. No, I'm good.
Yeah, no, I'm the good one.
Those side swipes are from somebody else.
Yeah. So we went to a second bar, did a bunch of shots, and then we're leaving. And like right before we left, I think I probably took like 4 or 5 shots of Jameson.
Oof. Jeez. You
Yeah.
were a trooper.
I was going fucking hard. And I pulled out of the spot and then I got to a stop sign and I got pulled over immediately. I mean, the cop just saw me leaving a bar like, whoa.
Yeah.
He didn't even like have a reason to pull me over other than like he had just
He's like, I
suspicion.
saw you cheers the door.
Yeah. And then I got pulled over and I was in these heels and he's like making me take the field sobriety test. And I was like, let me take the shoes off. I think it's the shoes. For sure wasn't the shoes.
The 12
Just-
hours of alcohol intake.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was bad. And then I got cuffed but they were doing a sting. So he took me to the station and then released me the same night. And then I was working in Los Angeles. So I got a lawyer to handle like the trial. And I was like, I'm going to be fine. It's my first offense. They're going to for sure let me off. Like it's,
They have a zero tolerance policy or something. Like
Yeah.
0%,
like you
zero
can,
tolerance.
Yeah,
like,
you can't have one beer and drive. Like if you're 0.001, you get in trouble. And like at the time, it might have changed because this was 2011. But at the time, the minimum sentence was 10 days. And then the middle sentence, which is where I was, which was up to 0.2, was 30 days. And
that's in like that tent city they have in the hot heat. They have like a prison that's tents in the middle of the desert where you can't run because you'll just die of dehydration or something.
And
Yeah.
it was at the
Like
time,
old
it
school
was
shit.
a chain gang, a female, like all female chain gang. Like the most crazy shit. I was like, I can't do this. Like I will not come out. I won't be okay.
Get a little sun, vitamin D lamps.
Vitamin D lamps. So yeah, I was able to serve my time in Beverly Hills, and the first 48 were solitary. So I was in there.
Cuckoo's nest.
Yeah,
Cuckoo's
just
nest.
thinking
Although I've
about-
been doing that here in my apartment.
I know it really wasn't that bad too, because my jail cell in Beverly Hills had a TV and a futon and like a table for 6. But like it was really crazy.
Beverly Hills, that's not jail. That's nicer than my apartment.
The
I
only
don't
thing
have a
that made
futon.
it the only thing that made it for sure jail was the mirror, was the steel, like because you can't have glass in jail cells.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I did that, and then I was fucking super reckless. I would get out to go to work, and then I would leave work early to go get drunk, and then I would drive my friend's car to jail and like make them validate. I would drink
Like
and
a
drive
true
back to jail.
alcoholic.
Yeah.
Like a true alcoholic.
And I was having them like validate my parking, and I'm like, you guys are fucking idiots. I'm here for a DUI. Like I don't have a driver's license.
Yeah.
And you're validating my parking. Like, I drove here.
Oh my God.
It was real fucked up.
How dumb can they get?
Yeah.
They get lost. Yeah, I remember.
Or they just don't give a fuck.
they don't give a
They're
fuck.
just like, whatever.
I'm like,
It's dumb bitch.
she's already here.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
I remember
crazy.
doing court ordered or whatever community service. How the
Yeah.
fuck? That's the name of my podcast. What is wrong with me?
Court-ordered.
Because I didn't want to call it that. And like, anyways, and getting drunk at my community service because it was at a bar. While being on community service for being like drunk in public. It was
Right,
like,
right,
you know what I
right,
mean?
right.
Like literally.
The level of defiance is really
And then driving
astounding.
home.
Yeah.
And
Just
getting
an
home
asshole.
wasted. And my
Oh,
mom
yeah.
was like, you're drunk.
Yeah.
She's like, you're handling business because of being drunk
Right.
and you're getting drunk.
Right. But that's the disease for you.
Whoa.
It's like
It'll be fine. It'll be fine, you know?
Yeah. Or it's more like I'll show you,
Yeah.
isn't it? Kind of
Let's-
like I'm gonna get away with this.
Let's
'Cause you
add
guys
another
are
layer to the
fucking
cake.
Idiots. Yeah.
I like cake.
Yeah. When I was doing my drug and alcohol abuse counseling, which I had to like Skype into the Scottsdale police or whatever their service was, it was Skype. I would just be sitting there like drinking, and it was like in a like a can or something like this, but it was half fucking vodka or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
While I was doing my counseling, and they're like, "What are you drinking?" And I'm like, "Read the can. It's a fucking Red Bull."
I just had a little bit of too much mouthwash. That's the alcohol you smell. Listerine. The crooks.
Yeah.
The crooks.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I used
was
to
a real
always
idiot.
have just fast food cups and vodka soda all day
yeah,
in my car while I'm driving.
it's crazy.
In and out. I got a cheeseburger, officer. Then why do you smell like my nana, son? Because your
It's
nana's a
crazy.
hip lady. That's why.
It's crazy how much you think you were getting away with, or
No,
I
you
personally.
stink.
You smell so bad.
You reek of alcohol. You're never.
Reek. Alcohol smells so
All of the
fucking
alcohol
bad.
smell.
All of it.
Of the least amount vodka. We all know that. But
Right,
it
but
still
once it's
stinks.
in your system and it's coming out your pores,
Yeah, you're
it
done.
fucking all smells the same. Like when I'm in fucking spin class now and people are hungover, I'm like,
so gross. Yeah.
like you guys are disgusting.
In
And
you.
then I think of myself. I'm like, well, that's me.
That was me for 14 years
Yep,
or whatever the fuck
yep.
it was.
Okay, tell your bus shelter
Okay.
story or bus stuff.
Bus shelter.
What's the
How did you know? Well, the bus was taking me to the homeless shelter. No, so I was going to open up for Chris D'Elia in at Tempe Improv. This was some years ago, maybe like 4 years ago. And I was taking the bus out there because I was just coming to hang out and do some guest spots because me and Jessica Michelle Singleton were headlining an AA convention.
Oh, that's fun. Sober, recovered?
LGBTQ. I think it was actually all females. I think it was a lesbian sober convention, and Chris happened to be out there, so I was like, oh, I'll go up a couple days ahead of time and get some spots, and then I'll co-headline. We each did like 30 or 40, and then go home with her. So I was like, I'll take a bus out there because airfare. Just fly, guys. Just fly. Just fly. No need.
I'll take
No
the
need to
bus.
take the old Greyhound.
Famous last words.
Obsolete. Obsolete. Cheap as fuck, though. It is cheap as fuck. So now I'm in, and then it's even sober. What is wrong with my brain? So I thought, like, hey, I'll just take the bus like 1 a.m. to 9 a.m. Like, I'll sleep the whole bus ride there, and I'll wake up all fresh, ready to go, and hang with the fellas.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Dead person.
Fly.
Yeah.
I'm waiting in line to get on the bus, and these people in front of me start warring on this kid, and one was like methadone, heroin, and one was like tweak, and one was the grandparents or legal custodian. That counts, right?
I think so.
Yeah. And the other was the mom, biological mother, and they're tug-of-warring over this kid, and there was like 2 or 3 other kids, and they're just screaming and fighting, and then security comes, the Greyhound security comes. They're like, let go of the kid, and methadone grandparents let go of the kid, and they're talking like this. You always tell a methadone person,
Yeah.
they're like, hey, Chris, how you doing? This is probably going to catch some flack on the internet. They
Why?
really do.
Yeah.
I have a couple methadone heroin addicts in my family, and they go, "Hey, how you doing, Philip?" And it's a girl. It's really weird. I need not name names, but anyhow,
Yeah.
learning lessons. And then so the security goes, "Let go of the kids. They're playing fucking tug of war with this kid's arm." And then Tweaker biological mom grabs the kid and runs out the wrong doors where like all the buses are taking off from, and just disappears. And then while this is happening, the guy like spilt his big gulp of soda, and this will come into play later.
Which
And
guy? The security guy?
the
or the
methadone grandpa.
Okay, so maybe it's
The
his lean.
yeah. I didn't think about that. No wonder. And then so now they call the cops because the kid was just kidnapped, and loosely, but he was. Because then one of the other kids goes, "Oh no, mommy's going to jail again." They literally said that. I was like, "Oh fuck!" That's how I gathered all the information. Then the cops come. They question the people. By the way, they took forever. The bus was late. What a shocker, Greyhound. The bus was late. So I'm
This
literally...
is 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yes. This
Okay.
is very late at night, early morning, and I'm waiting in line to get on the bus that's late, and this happens in
So
front
these
of me.
kids shouldn't even be awake.
No.
Let alone at a Greyhound station.
Yeah, at a great... And then... And they were going to New York from Los Angeles. That's... Yes. There's a lot of weird
Oregon Trail?
stuff.
Like, take fucking
I don't understand
12
any of it,
days.
but that's what was happening because they were asking about their connections. Are we going to miss our connections because it was running late? They're like, we got to get to New York. I'm like, this is
You're
a
gonna miss
bus.
your life.
This is
You're
a
gonna
bus.
miss your whole life. You're not gonna miss your connections.
God, steal a car at least.
Right.
Come on. And then the cops come. They question everybody. They're like, yeah, this is a biological mom. She doesn't have custody. We have custody. She ran out that way. And they just went, okay. And they walked away, did nothing, didn't file a report, and then went and harassed this like homeless guy or a down and out guy that was just asleep drunk on a bench and took him away. And I was like, that's not what you were called for.
Right,
This
right.
kid's gone. And then the bus came, and then they were like contemplating like, well, what do we do? And they're like, let's just go. And they just got on the bus and left the kid that was their
Responsibility?
responsibility.
Yeah.
And then while they're on the bus and we're getting ready to take off, meanwhile, they had maybe an hour to get another soda at least. The guy starts panicking like the soda was heroin, and he was
Yeah.
like, hey, can I, like freaking out of the bus, can I go get a soda? They spilled my soda in the altercation, and then went and got a soda. And then I was just like, what's, I didn't even think about that. What's in
Yeah,
the soda? What are
yeah.
you putting in the soda? You need it so bad.
Yeah.
Now
I
I'm
mean-
in this fucking bus, and I'm sitting behind a guy that has a tattoo on the back of his head, and it was eyes, and it said like something like eyes on the back of my head, or like always on the lookout, or
Why
something
would you
like
need
that.
to write that if you have eyeballs tattooed on the back of your head?
I don't know, but it was
doubling down on that
alarming.
a little bit, isn't it?
And then I was talking to this one guy. I was next to a guy that just got out of prison, and next to a homeless guy that his sister paid for the Greyhound for him to go live with her in Blythe, and he said he'd been on the streets for like years. It was
Yeah.
12
I think
years
that's
or
who
something.
rides the Greyhound.
Yeah, and then
Like
I was in
Craig.
between a
Thrifty
street guy
Craig.
and a home and a prison guy
Yeah.
with like scary prison guy. A lot of my cousins in and out of prison. They're institutionalized, but they're nice guys. We only gotten like 1 or 2 fistfights, but nobody died. And this was like a scary one where I was like, oh fuck. And also Greyhound's not that comfortable.
Not a good sleeping
not
environment is
a-
what
yeah.
where's the picture we're painting. Is
And
you're
on-
not going to be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed
No.
when you get to Scottsdale or wherever you're
No.
going.
And
Phoenix,
also the
Tempe.
Greyhound doesn't recline.
No, of course not.
He's just like
Yeah.
And then I
Do
get
you think it was going to be like a lay flat?
I don't know what I thought. I don't know what I thought.
What sort of marketing materials from the 60s when the Greyhounds were thriving?
I just don't do it.
Yeah.
And then I got there in the morning and hung out with Chris and Mike. and then told them, and they're just like, oh my God. I was like, yeah, can I go take a nap in one of your guys' hotel for a little while? I'm tired. And I didn't. And we went shopping. Yeah, and that shit was nuts. I'm burping. I witnessed a kidnapping and sat behind a prison man and a homeless dude. He was nice. I gave him some
But
money.
was it worth the
Bought a tall can.
$20 you saved?
No. No. I could have gone without that story. It was actually sad. Oh, and then when we stopped in Blythe, this was before I knew you could archive shit on Snapchat or not even if that was an option. Because it was before Instagram had stories and I was Snapchatting all this. And people were DMing me going, oh my God, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Snapchat, if you have 4 years ago before you were saving shit, I want that footage back. It's good content. But in Blythe, I gave the homeless dude some money for a tall can. And then the methadone heroin people, that soda that they so preciously want, as I was walking out, it was sideways open with ice and just soda all over the seat and the floor. And I was, first of all, you're fucking monsters. You're animals.
Yeah.
You just spilled sticky soda on a bus. Second of all, that's on your seat. Like what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you gonna sit on that? I guess if you're on methadone, melting ice in your asshole doesn't fucking matter.
Garbage humans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Good
you
story.
made it. How was
Community service?
How was headlining the
AA show?
thing? Yeah.
That was some years ago, so I wasn't ready. It was like a co-headline. I think I did 30 and she did 40. She was definitely the more established veteran.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's awesome. JMS, baby. Look her up. Jessica Michelle Singleton. She killed it. I did good. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like AA crowds are usually pretty fun. Maybe
the first
not lesbian AA crowds.
I've done a few of those. You'd be surprised. It's like you booked me. So the first year when they had us come back was me and Eric Myers.
Uh-huh.
And Eric Myers and I were doing an all-women's gay convention, and we're men and we're not gay, and he was just like, we're checking in the hotel. He's like, do they think I'm gay? Like, why'd they hire me? He's just raw, undeniable talent, and it's funny as fuck. So that's why they booked him. And then they wanted him back the next year, but he was busy on the road. And then I was like, who would be good for this? And JMS. We got paid, and I did as much time as I could at that time.
Did you fly? Oh, you drove home with JMS.
I drove home with her, yeah.
Yes. Well, you got a story out of it.
Get the old kidnapping methadone story. What did it say on the back of his head? All I know was eyeballs. You know, something to where I was like, I can't sleep next to this guy. I mean, eyeballs is a red flag. But
Yeah,
it was just,
eyeballs is a.
I think it was like always
Can you
looking.
put a hat on him?
Yeah,
Like, excuse me.
facing me.
Yeah.
I think it was like always looking behind my back, or
For sure, not that. That's way too long for a head tattoo.
But it was something. I was like, what the fuck?
That was looking behind my back.
I don't even pay attention to tattoos. You know how many girlfriends I've had
Always
that
up.
have tattoos and we date, and I don't know any of them.
Yeah, that's
just a guy
That's just you
thing.
not paying attention to
Yeah, I know.
anything. I think it's also threatening to have eyeballs on the back of your head.
Yeah.
That says something scary. That probably alerted
Stalker.
some survival
Maybe it said
mode in your
stalker.
brain.
It said stalker. But not like what I used to do, like stock vegetables. That's the pack joke. Don't laugh at that. How long have we been rolling?
48 minutes.
Okay. We got some more time before we get to the poop stories.
Oh, poop stories.
Yeah.
Is that a segment?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. For sure. I know you for sure have shit your pants with your party history
Oh, yeah.
and your
Several.
hoe-to-go bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Several times.
Booty wipes.
No.
Or when you shard on your man's wall.
Nobody's
Magic
sharding on
eraser.
walls.
It comes with magic eraser and baking soda, some coffee grounds to absorb the spray. The initial.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. One or two more things, and then we'll get to the poops.
To the shits.
Mm-hmm. All right. What questions do you want me to ask you about you? Sober, did that.
Yep.
Run a show, launched a company, Ho to Go. Check that out. We met very early on in both our stand-ups.
Yeah. I think we figured out that we started like right
Yeah.
3 months apart from
I was
each other.
right before you, right?
Right after.
After.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
I started in April 2012.
Wow. Time
And-
flies.
And then you started in September. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The old Jerry Katzman class.
Yeah. Yeah, so great. And then you went balls to the fucking walls with it.
I got nothing else. I got nothing else. You
went-
had all sorts of stuff. You had a career, a man, a
I had a
husband.
career, yeah.
She had a-
Full-blown career.
She had to take a break for a real career.
Yeah.
I had
then I
fucking
got-
vegetables. That's all I had. And
Yeah.
I didn't even have a cat at that time. I had nothing. I had nothing. I had fart jokes.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got married and sober, and then I came back.
Fantastic.
But I'd much rather, I will say, I'd much rather be married and sober hanging around comics than single and drunk.
yeah.
Because that, like,
No,
whole
that-
version of me didn't belong where I was trying to get anything done.
It would have been good for the community.
Yeah, it would have been good.
Not
My
for
community
you.
service. Community
Bad
cervix.
for you. Yeah, no, being fucked up in this wolf environment is
Yeah, it's no
not
good.
good. It's no bueno.
Yeah, I was definitely fucked up for a little while and single. And it wasn't, I have a pretty firm rule that I don't sleep with people that I work with.
Yeah, it's a good rule.
Yeah,
It's a
because it's
good
just
rule.
like, it's the don't shit where you eat thing. Because it's just like, it always goes wrong.
It always.
It always goes
Always.
wrong. Even if it's going fine, it's gonna go wrong.
Yeah.
So it's just not, or even when I like was a waitress, I just never, or in advertising, like I just never fucked colleagues. Because I'm like, I don't want to see you every single day and
Yeah.
have to like be nice to you if like
I hate
it went
you.
sideways. Yeah.
I always said that, but I'm a guy and we don't listen to ourselves.
Yeah.
And I definitely hooked up with a gang of coworkers at Trader Joe's.
Oh, really?
So many that I had to transfer stores.
Good for you.
I was dipping my dick in the pond, and they all hated me.
Yeah, well. Are you hateable? Are you a bad boyfriend?
At that time, yes, I was on pills and cocaine
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah.
alcohol. This
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
long time ago. And then I transferred here, and I was like, don't hook up with any coworkers. And my first 2 weeks, I did. I was like, fuck.
Yeah. Can't help yourself. What about comics?
No.
No. You're a liar.
Yeah, I have for
Yeah.
sure.
Anyway.
Yeah, let's get into the poop stories.
No rules for Craig.
I stopped.
Good for you.
Yes. Only took me 5 years to learn that lesson, too. 6 years? I don't know.
Still learning it. One day at a time.
One day at a time. One day at a time. No, I finally stopped. It's just like, what are you doing?
Yeah. It's just
gotta
too
s-
messy. You don't want to be like afraid to see anyone ever.
Yeah.
'Cause-
And then you break up. I dated them. And, you know, it wasn't just
Yeah.
like hookups.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you break up, and then you got to be on the same show.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh.
And then you're doing material about each other.
I never did. They both did.
Yeah, see, exactly.
Hey, I'm interesting. Hey. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I laughed. Who gives a shit?
Yeah,
As
no.
long as they didn't name me
it's
first
good.
and last name and gave my address out, we're good. They don't do what I do with all my bits. I always name everybody first and last name.
You got to stop doing that because you are going to get really, really, really famous and then someone's going to sue you.
Hey, they shouldn't have done me wrong.
just change their name slightly, like make it a rhyme
Dude,
so that
I
people
can't.
close
I
try.
can't. I've
gotta
tried.
try.
I'm like, I'm lying to the audience. I feel like
I
a
feel that. I feel
backstabber.
that too. All of my bits are true, and I feel like if I lie, then I feel like I'm betraying
Isn't that
them.
weird?
Yeah, it's like, what do we owe them? And so many people just make shit up that it wouldn't matter if we just
Yeah.
changed our name.
People make
Yeah.
up 90% of their act.
Yeah.
I can't
I can't
fake
either.
one name.
Yeah.
I
can't
feel
either.
like I'm fraud.
Yeah. A fraud. I'm fraud.
Yeah.
Tomato, potato. You're good.
I feel like I'm a fraud.
Yeah.
I'm fraud. That's what I'm going to name my son.
Fraud.
This is fraud. Don't trust him. He likes the river. What? It's a quick moving vehicle of water.
goodness.
Get away. Get away. They can't track your scent. That's it. Hey, how you pooping?
Right now?
No, you shit your pants. What was your
Yeah.
most embarrassing shitting of your pants? Like on a date, on a wedding night, when you sprayed the walls and invented the hoe to go bag. Which
First
one
of all,
was it?
remove that story from my hoe to go bag.
No
Has
edits.
nothing to do with shitting. Well, I had 2 bad times. The one, it always was a combination of drinking too much and doing drugs, obviously.
Yep.
But the one time was I just moved to Milwaukee to go to college, and I was in, this dates me so much. I was in like a white Abercrombie and Fitch mini skirt.
I wear those all the time. What do you mean? Yesterday.
But it was like short. So I was just wearing a thong, and I like woke up, was like, where am I? And I like got up, and I was like, uh-oh. And I shit.
In the bed or on the floor?
No, like when I was walking out, but it was like I was in a mini skirt and a thong. So it was like straight down my legs. And I don't know whose house I was at. I was just like, oh, this is bad. And I had to like walk like 6 blocks to get home. So I had to like go in the bathroom and like use all their toilet paper, and it was uncontrollable. It was
stinky.
I should have been like, okay, we should stop drinking now, but instead I drank 10 more years.
Nah, that's how it goes. You need a couple hundred rock bottoms.
Yeah. But I'm like, thank God nobody saw me, or I'm sure people saw me when I was walking home, running home, but like in the house, I didn't like run into
What's
anyone
on
who
that
lived
girl's
there.
like? Boy, she uses a lot of bronzer.
Oh,
She missed them. She didn't rub it in.
Yeah.
She didn't. Why is
But
it
the skirt
acidic?
was-
Why
the
is it
skirt
burning
was
her leg? Boy, that bronzer has jalapenos in it.
I had to get rid of the skirt for sure.
This bronzer smells like shit.
Yeah.
Oh, good old diarrhea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that cocaine cut with baby laxatives will get you.
Yeah, I didn't
every
realize that was
time.
happening.
Bastards.
Yeah, I didn't know that was happening. And that
Yep.
was another one. So then I was in LA and I woke up because, of course, I was drinking. I was like, this rosé would pair perfectly with some cocaine. So I got a bunch of Coke and did it. And then I woke up and walked to the nail salon. And I walked like 4 blocks in like sweatpants. And they were drying. And I had like a tickle in my nose. So I was like, I thought I had to like, thought I had to sneeze. And then
Achoo.
sneezed and shit at the same time.
I knew you sprayed a wall.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I was in sweatpants sitting down, but this was in public. This
Oh,
was
no.
very much so in public. And
What
so
color
I
were the
just had to
sweatpants?
gray.
Oh, they show.
Yes.
They show.
And I had to.
If you're a sharder like my girl right here, you're gonna want some maroon is a good color. Black,
Black.
dark brown. Not a very popular color, but a safe color. It's a very safe color.
Luckily, they had like the tight bottoms though, so it
Oh,
wasn't like
okay.
so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to
Yeah.
run because I told you I walked to the nail salon, so then I had to walk. Like you can't call it Lyft to come get you.
She's scrubbing your feet. It's like, whoa.
And I
It smells
ran,
awful.
I ran home. It was so much shit. I was like, God, get your fucking life together. I was like, I'm never drinking again.
So you shit while your feet were in the
No, I was
puddles?
drying. Luckily, I was like
You're
all
drying.
done.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank God. I would have just
She's scrubbing your
ran right
calf.
into the ocean with fucking bricks around my ankles.
She's literally scrubbing your calves and you're just shitting your pants. We're gonna need to speed this up there.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna need to speed this up.
Craig.
And we're gonna bleep that.
Yeah.
Can't be funny anymore. It can't be.
Yeah, so I had to run
Anyways,
home. I had to
interesting.
run home with shit in my sweats.
Man, I sharted so much for that.
But,
Was,
okay, I think shart is deceiving because you can. A shart is like a fart with a tiny amount of poop. It's not like when you think you're gonna fart and then you shit everywhere.
What's a big shart? Yeah, shitting everywhere. That's another thing.
Like that's
That's a cocaine with the laxative. Made
I
me
didn't know
do
that was a
big
thing,
shards.
but yeah, that must be what it was. That's the common denominator here is cocaine. So it must.
And
have
I
been
never
cut.
learned though. I always. First of all, I push when I fart. Still to this day, no matter even with all the poop stories I have in my pants. And
Why
then
do you push?
it's nice. It's just
You want to
what
make
I
sure you
do.
get it all out.
No, I don't know
Evacuate.
why. I don't know why. I just kind of like, just you flex and you.
Yeah, but
Makes
that's
it
then why you
loud.
are shitting. If you're shitting a lot, shitting your pants.
Now, hardly, maybe once a year. But in the Coke days, I mean,
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
There was a black squirt
Basically,
coming out
you
my
don't
ass.
fart when you're on cocaine. You just shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no
and I
farts.
still kept doing it. I just
Yeah.
kept doing it.
Yeah, because we're garbage people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told this story, but when I was wearing shorts and boxers and I pushed a fart after a Coke bender
Yeah.
at my father's house on white carpet. And that was not a shart. That was down the leg,
Yeah, yeah.
black
Yeah,
stain on the
yeah.
carpet, scrubbing it, showering at my dad's. I don't live there. And he's like, why are you showering? Because
Yeah.
who takes a shower
Yeah,
at
you gotta
another
take a
person's
shower.
house? And I was like, I shit on your white carpet. There's a stain over there. And he was just like, just looked at me with disgust.
Well, yeah. What'd you expect?
And I was like,
It's
you
fucking
raised
gross.
me. You did this, Alki.
This is your fault.
You did this, gout face, huh? Hey, Rosacea. You did this to me. Anyways, he's trying his best. A good saying I just recently learned is you go into the well, but there's no water in it. And water means love.
What?
It's like you're going to get a drink, but you're going in the well, but there's no water in it. You're
Who's going to the well?
I'm just saying, like, it's a good analogy for parents. Like, I keep going to my dad for this, but it's not there. It's not there. So stop going there. Not love. He's not a monster.
Do you
but I'm
need
just saying,
love?
love me. No, yeah, for sure. But I'm all right now. We all need love.
Yeah, of course. But your story that you told me on the way to the show was really funny about crying on your way to the funeral or the wedding. What's the difference?
Oh, yeah. So I just broken up with a girlfriend and I just got cut from a TV show. And there was,
Wait,
and then
but
I
there
just
was-
got strep throat. I just got over strep
Yeah.
throat. It was like, bam, bam. This is like within a day or two. It was like, crack, crack, life. It'll get you. So I got cut from a network TV show 2 days before shooting. And then strep throat and broke up. And I was, instead of shooting for my dreams and my passion and the stand-up, I was then going to my cousin's wedding alone. So the whole...
Didn't you like RSVP that you couldn't go and then you were going last minute by yourself? 'Cause
Yes.
everything else
Yes.
fell through.
I originally RSVP'd that I could not go. Thank you. I forget shit. I said, no, can't go.
Can't make
Sorry,
it.
cousin. I'll be shooting
Busy.
for a
Crushing life.
shooting for a network television.
Busy.
And not only now can I go, I am alone at a wedding. And the whole car ride there, I was playing this song by Chetsky. What's it called?
I don't
Nothing Lasts
remember.
Forever,
Yeah.
or This Will Not
This
Last
won't
forever. And it just hit me. I was like, just fucking crying.
Just in so much
Just
pain.
Crying. It was a good cry though. It was a release. But
I
like
love a
that
good cry.
ugly cry, snot
Yeah.
cry, little kid didn't get the Christmas toy cry. Like,
Yeah. Like you're putting others in danger by driving with that cry.
oh, I was.
Yeah.
I absolutely
Yeah.
was. You're not even kidding. Like,
Like you can't see, you can't focus. I do think driving is more fun when there's some sort of challenge. Like if you're drunk or crying,
It's
it's
true, man.
definitely an elevated experience. Are you gonna find that song?
Yeah,
This
won't last forever by Ceschi, Ceschi, on Broken Bone Ballads.
That's a good song.
I can't play. So you want to cry over a breakup? That's the jam.
That's the
That's the
I
jam.
mean, it was more than a breakup. It was
a lot.
Yeah,
It was a lot. All of the things were down.
Yeah. That's all right. You're
It's okay. I got my hoe to go back. We're okay. Full circle, baby.
yeah.
Make sure you get the hoe to go backs.
You got to do it. It's hotogo.co, HO2,
What happened to
GO.co.
what happened to my grips? What happened to the M? You didn't want it?
What M?
Hotogo.co?
Oh, hotogo.com. I don't know. I thought hotogo.co sounded cooler, I think. Because it's all like HOGO.
Oh, yeah.
CO?
Hotaog.oc.
Okay, stop. Hotogo.co.
Dyslexia.
Yeah.
Nothing like a good car cry. That is my ultimate.
Oh,
When-
it's so good.
It's
a
so good.
car cry, you're so out of control, and so many people can see you.
It's fantastic.
And you know they're like, what's going on with them? And there's just like this sense of drama.
They roll down the window. What's wrong? Life. Fucking life.
What's not wrong?
Nobody understands my knife fetish. God damn it. But crying in your home is like real and sad. For some reason in the car, it's like nice, but in your home, you're like, man, someone should check on me.
That's what it is, because you know other people see you in the car,
Yeah.
so it's not going to go from bad to worse.
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
going to be bad.
That's what
At
it is.
Home, it can go from bad to worse. It could go from crying to killing yourself. Or
where's-
just like,
Where's my knives at? Mr. Cat, why are you hiding those? Give those back.
yeah, you don't have anyone to bounce it off of. Like, you see other people's sympathy when you're driving and crying. You know what I mean?
Such a funny sketch. Is me like trying to get my knives from my cat, and he's holding it like, no, give me that. It reminded me of remember there's something about Mary with the fight with the dog, and he puts
Yeah.
the paw up.
Yeah.
That shit had me dying.
That movie was so
my
good.
God.
And if you rewatch it, you couldn't make it today.
And the titties, the old titties
Yeah.
with the binoculars.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
best part of the movie.
The jizz scene.
The jizz scene.
I mean, Pete Fairley was giving this speech and I was listening to it. They had to fight tooth and nail to get that scene in. They were like, no, you absolutely cannot have it. He's like, the movie's not getting made without it.
And it was
Like-
the most famous scene of the movie.
And it was exactly. But
Yeah.
I'm like, that goes to show just how
Her hair.
networks don't always have the best vision. But they had to fight like fucking hell to get that in there.
I remember watching an interview with Matt Parker and Trey Stone. I said their names right? Fuck. Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
There you go.
Yeah. And it was on Conan, I believe, when they were making the movie South Park Bigger, Badder, Uncut. Bigger, Longer, Uncut.
Yeah.
And they said that they went and showed the original movie to the FCC board. That's R-raters.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that they said, absolutely not. You're fucking insane. There's no way. And so they, as a joke, went back and made it way worse in every way, shape, and
Yeah,
form
yeah,
possible.
yeah.
Then presented it to the board.
And
And,
they're
they're like,
like,
okay, it's rated R, not X. And they were just like,
You guys are idiots. That's the
this was
same
a
as-
joke.
Yeah.
Like, and that's how we got that movie, which is insane. Like, literally Saddam Hussein with a dildo. Hey, look what I got. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
And
fantastic.
those guys are the best.
They're the best. Oh, my God. What geniuses
Yeah.
those guys are. Get the fuck out of here. I'm just trying to get my podcast out of my apartment. These guys,
Just
plays,
yeah.
shows, movies.
everything.
Every-
Have you seen Book of Mormon?
No,
It's so good. Next time
heard
you go
it's
to New York, you have to
fantastic.
go.
it's
so
coming
good.
to Pantages.
Yeah.
Pantages Theater on
Pantage-
Hollywood
pan-
Boulevard.
Pantages.
Pantages, also known as
Pantages.
Pantages. Some people say tomato. I say Pantages. Tickets are on sale. Good luck. I'm gonna
They
plug
can't
it
be
on
that
my
expensive.
podcast right now. We'll see. They can't be that expensive.
Yeah.
Says who? The girl with the Louis Vuitton slippers.
I don't have Louis Vuitton
El
slippers on,
Bleen.
but I feel like they weren't that expensive in New York, so they can't be that expensive here.
Interesting. Maybe I'll go.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you should. It's brill.
Do they take? Do they take dead, rotting plants that are killing over? I said
As payment.
As payment. Do you take soggy snake plants,
Jeez.
rotten at the roots? You don't. You don't. Oh no. Do you take hotogo.co bags?
Do you take hoe bags?
Bags? No. Okay. Okay. It's unfortunate. We did not come to some sort of agreement. Yeah, but letting
You
the bit
lost me.
die. Help
Yeah,
me.
I'm honestly focused on the Himalayan salt, and I'm
It's
wondering
gorgeous.
if you lick it.
I have. I do not on a regular basis,
Yeah.
but I've probably licked it at a total of 4 times
Yeah.
in the 4 years I've had it.
Oh,
Once a year. I don't know how long.
once
I've
a
had
year.
it. Yeah.
Just to get the dust off the top.
Yeah, I smell a lot of stuff. I smell everything. Ooh, that poinsettia's doing nice. It's thriving.
Is it alive? Is it real?
It's real. I don't have fake plants. Just murder a couple dry ones every so often. It's good. Too much love.
I don't know because there's glitter on the leaves. It could be fake.
No, that's just the holiday edition. Trader Joe's, $2.99.
They should really be sponsoring you at
cutie.
this point with how much you plug them.
They got good treats, man. I'm addicted. I drank the Kool-Aid. Speaking of Kool-Aid, the Bryan's Jonestown massacre was a tragedy. Yeah, it's real. I named Get a Little Darkness. Darkness. They killed the politician. Anyways, who can trust politicians anyways?
Did you know
Am I
anyways
right?
isn't a word?
Anywho.
It's anyway. There's no S at
That's
the
what
end.
I said.
You said anyways.
Anywho's.
Anyways.
Anywho's. Yerba mates. I just love
Anyway.
plants and animals and rocks. I'm turning into an old lady. I remember I used to go to jail, and now I kill snake plants. That's life.
Is that your phone?
I don't know. No. It's his. Yours.
Mm.
It's yours.
Mine's over there.
Ah, it's yours.
Someone's calling me.
I think we about did it. We touched all the bases.
Did we?
Anything else?
I don't know. You
We
didn't
could
have
keep it
any
going.
questions for me.
I had some. Chris, be honest. I had more questions for her than any other guest, right?
Tied with some other ones, but
Tied with the other
most-
guest, you asked one question.
I don't. Usually we just riff. We talk about farts and poop, sobriety, jail. We did all that.
You wrote more down than normal.
I've never
Oh,
actually
wow.
taken notes ever for a guest. I'm just like, boy, hope they talk more than I do.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you for doing it. Thanks for doing Brea. Thanks for everything.
Yeah, you're the best.
You're the best.
Happy holidays and
Happy
stuff.
holidays.
Okay.
I guess that's it, guys. Bye.
Bye.
We end on such a sad note. No,
Oh,
this
wait.
is Brittany Schmitt. I'll tag you and
Yeah,
everything.
great.
Look her up. She's funny as fuck. She's coming up in this stand-up world as we all are. She's got the Ho-to-Go bags. Go buy one. Ho-to-go.co. I'm a Craig Conant, and you know who I am. You're listening to me. And go get some plants, and don't sleep with your coworkers. But if you do, you could always transfer stores. And don't water your snake plants too much. That's it. Thank you all. I love you all. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.